Hey, honey?
Yeah, what's up?
It's your boy Barista Fen, and I am here with another Geeky Grind, a show where I talk about the different nerd stuff I've been doing throughout the week. And this week has been finishing my new year, new army. The Necrons are on the painting table. They've all been built. It is, without upgrades, it's 2,670 points of Necrons sitting right here. We got Illuminator Xeris, we got a Chronomancer, we got a Hexmark Destroyer, we have 3 Overlords. We have a Plasmancer, Royal Warden, Scorpic Lord, Technomancer, 5 Immortals, 33 Necron Warriors, 2 Cryptothralls, 5 Deathmarks, 5 Flayed Ones, 5 Lichguard, 2 units of 3 Scorpic Destroyers. We got 3 swarms of 3 Scarab Swarms. We've got Locust Heavy Destroyer. We got a squad of 3 Tomb Blades. We got some Canoptic Wraiths with the Vicious Claws. We got the Annihilation Barge, the Canoptic Reanimator, the Canoptic Spider, and a Trachyart Stalker. Yeah, it's a lot of minis. It has been a lot of building. It has been a lot of sitting here inhaling the paint fumes. Well, not the paint fumes, the glue fumes. Yes, the glue fumes. But definitely do a well-ventilated area for the love of Pete, please. And for the love of Laura, because she cannot stand the smell. She wonders how I'm not, like, going crazy in here, like, with it. But yeah, I got a fan, I got a window, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's like I am just waiting for a day that I don't have to work when there's some good dry weather. Looks like tomorrow's probably going to be good, but I think the temperature is going to be a little bit too low for using the rattle cans. Gonna have to break out the airbrush and get all this stuff primer coated, getting my black and my white, getting my nice zenathal highlight, and then I'm going to be using some space dust. One of the other YouTubers out there has a beautiful, what is his name? Anyways, he's my go-to guy for learning how I'm going to paint my Necrons. There's this beautiful color shift paints made by Vallejo, and in the original painting scheme I had for this, I was going to use the old gold gray violet color, just one of these in the kit. Thinking I might actually use a few different ones because I'm thinking about doing some variations in my units. Definitely want to have, like, you know, some units have a lot of, in the base, you know, GW painting scheme, it's a lot of black, and then like some brass. So I'm thinking about using orange violet in place of the brass for those ones, like the Scarab Swarms and the Spider. Maybe giving a little more pop, a little more electric blue to my HQ units. Really tie it all together with this shimmer, you know, color shifting paint scheme, to have it be a kind of thing, but easily for me, because this is all new units. I know that's Lichguard because they've got shields. I have no idea which one of the characters is, what the different characters are. Flayed Ones, they have the big Freddy Krueger claws. I know some of them, but I don't know all of them, and I really want to be able to have that visual on the playing table to be like, oh yeah, that's not just a standard dude, that's my HQ character. Ninjon had some tricks for painting the cloaks and stuff like that. So I ended up buying like a bunch of different shades of green in order to actually go in with my base coats, highlights, lowlights, all those kind of things, and be able to actually do like some really detailed work on the characters. I really want to put like all my best work that I know how to do for mini painting into these Necrons. I was planning on doing a bunch of stuff with the bases, but I realized that the crystals things that I have are too big to really fit onto a lot of the standard troop choices, so I might just use some crystals just to make some pops on the vehicles and the bigger units and the HQs that got those nice, 40mm bases. I got some room to play with on there. Actually, speaking of room to play with, because the Annihilation Barge is also how you make the command barge and comes with an overlord, I ended up actually just kit bashing the overlord and his little like command station here into another overlord that I could use on the table, and I'm really happy about how he turned out. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy painting his cloak and all of the cool stuff and having that res orb in his hand. I think I might put like some sort of like cool thing also to add to the base to make the base pop a little bit more, other than just this cool command bridge thing on it. So I'm gonna have some fun and really test all of my mini painting skills on getting this stuff done. Like I said in past videos, I still got my Malifaux minis. I've got a Redemptor Dreadnought. I've got a few pieces of the Rampart City Ruins. Basically just the railings for the bridges sections. I got those left to paint. I got the Hematite Reactor left to do. Abaddon the Destroyer is sitting in box. He's actually going to become part of the collection for the new Pile of Shame, Box of Shame, along with Rebute Gilliman and Calgar. I don't know when I'm ever going to get around to painting these two. I know Abaddon, I have been heavily debating about getting the new Combat Patrol magazine. Of course, Imperium, I had a lot of fun collecting that to be able to get this Necron army along with one of the starter sets. And I've got part of the old Combat Patrol for Chaos Space Marines. So I've got some new Chaos Space Marines, and I've got a bunch of old Chaos Space Marines. And I'm thinking I could possibly use some of the cool stuff that's coming out in that Combat Patrol magazine. I mean, we're going to get Khorne Berserkers and Demon Prince and, some more Chaos Space Marines and all that cool stuff. So I'm like, really want to get the Combat Patrol magazine, but I gotta justify the expense and realize, is it really worth it? Bouncing back and forth on this idea because it is 9 different Combat Patrols. Only a few of them are for armies that I currently collect. Like I said, I could use those Chaos Space Marines. I could use the World Eaters, with all the Khorne stuff. I could use that stuff. The majority of it isn't locked to just World Eaters or Chaos Space Marines. So I'm like, well, I could get that stuff. I could do that Combat Patrol of Space Marines that come in it out as Ultramarines. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm a son of Dorn. I want to play Crimson Fist, I want to play Imperial Fist, and I want to play Black Templars. And I want to play my Death Watch, which is basically just like pulling from all of those different factions. So I'm like, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to have Rebute, just to be able to put him on the tabletop and to have Calgar, just to be able to drop them down and be like, okay, I'm going to play as the Ultramarines for a game, but it's going to look really interesting when it's like nobody else. There's like maybe a few Death Watch, maybe like two Death Watch minis I've got in my entire Death Watch that have ultramarine shoulder pads on them. So it's like, I don't know, because this Space Marine Combat Patrol has a bunch of stuff that I could break up and be able to flesh out both the Crimson Fist and the Imperial Fist armies. So I'm debating on whether or not I want to put those two kits together. I think those kits are probably going to stay in the Box of Shame for a while. So that's the update on that. Stuff for Star Wars CCG. No, the Retro League on GIMP is coming up for this year. They just announced it's going to be starting on the 24th. Still debating on whether or not I want to get in on that. I really don't have the time for it because it's one of those, you got to play your games every week, and with work schedule, YouTube schedule, and everything like that, it's kind of hard to really dedicate to be able to, like, okay, I'm going to get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning or play this game against a dude in like Finland and then play the game, go back to sleep, wake back up, go to work, and kind of stuff like that. So I'm probably not going to be playing the retro. I'm definitely not playing the Retro League this year. I hope to play next year. I also got the binders I needed in order to be able to sort all of those my old Star Wars CCG cards out of boxes and into binders. Possibly figure out like how many cards do I actually have like way too many copies of that I don't need, that I could put back out into the wild out there with everybody. What else? What else has been going on? Channel wise, we got a new camera for Christmas, so you're gonna start seeing in the near future the recipe roulettes are going to have a lot more camera work, so that's going to be taking a lot more time away from me. But luckily, while I'm waiting for videos to process and render and all that cool stuff, I got minis to paint. So it's going good. Abaddon, like I said, is probably going to stay in the box for a little while. But I do want to say thank you out there to our fan who graciously sent him to me. Probably will... I'll put them together once I clear off this painting table, get all these Necrons put away and painted up and ready to go onto a tabletop. And you know, it's a big promise, but I definitely want to go out this week, play some games. So I am hoping that when you see me next time, I will have a little battle report, maybe some photos from me playing the game. Maybe, if I'm lucky, interview with another local player in New Orleans. But still, if you're a player in New Orleans and want to reach out and play some games with me, definitely hit me up in the comment section down below, or get in touch with us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And yeah, if you want to do anything that really help out the channel, that would be totally awesome and much appreciated. There's a merch link down below. There's Patreon. There's also my my miniature wish list down below. Anything helps, but the easiest and best way that you can support is just clicking the like and share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You know, those 3 things, they cost nothing but just a few seconds of your time, and they are so important to letting YouTube know we're doing a good job. And I want to thank you for listening to me ramble and talk about all this stuff, and I will see you next week for some more updates and hopefully a battle report. Peace.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.